What if you could cheat and learn words, phrases, and grammar 2 times faster? You'll learn how to do just that with our exclusive PDF cheat sheets. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. First, so what are cheat sheets? With our learning program, you learn the language with conversation-based lessons that you can just listen to or watch and get everything explained and start speaking those very same dialogues. And as a bonus, you also get PDF cheat sheets as supplementary material for the lessons. These cheat sheets cover must-know topics like weather, your hobbies, daily routine, and much more. There are over 30 cheat sheets inside, and you'll find them inside our program, so they're not available anywhere else. Inside each cheat sheet, you get the words, phrases, and sentence patterns related to the topic that you can quickly review whenever you have a minute or two. So that's how the cheat sheets work. Now, how can you learn faster with these cheat sheets? Just download a cheat sheet, print it, keep it nearby, and glance through as much as possible. Not for hours a day, but just a few minutes throughout the day. It's as simple as that. If you can follow these simple steps and do this daily, you'll actually learn faster than if you were to sit down and memorize for hours a day. You'll know all of the words and phrases in and out, simply because you've seen them enough times. Language learning is all about repeated exposure. The more you're exposed to the language, the better you'll remember it. And the cheat sheets give you that quick exposure to the words, phrases, and grammar patterns. You can always save the PDFs to your device, but having physical cheat sheets will speed up your progress. It's just easier to pick one up and glance through. Plus, you can write on them for extra practice. Otherwise, if you keep the PDFs on your device, chances are you'll barely use them and forget about them. How can you get access to our PDF cheat sheets? If you're a member, you already have access. If not, just click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get our learning program and these bonus cheat sheets. Once you've signed up and logged in, come back to the special PDF lessons page. The PDFs will now be available for instant download, and that's it. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Wait! Before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable Afrikaans PDF cheat sheets, teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
Hello, I'm Stelly, and today I'm going to talk to you about South Africa in February. Is it a good month to visit the country? Let's find out. But remember, if you like the video, and I hope you will, show that you like it, you can subscribe to our channel, which I hope you will, and visit our website, afrikaanspod101.com, for your free lifetime account. So, let's see. February, as you see, very similar to February, just the ending, the spelling is a bit different. And what is good about February in South Africa? That's what we first going to discuss. Is it a good time to visit the country in February? Ja, dit is goed, want daar is goedkoper vlugte, cheaper flights. And dit is warm. It's hot in South Africa in February, if you like hot. Daar is baie vrugte. There's a lot of fruit that's ripe in February. And there's a very vibey music festival, 'n baie lekker musiekfees. Kom ons kyk na die eerste rede. Dit is nie skoolvakansie nie. So, die vlugte is goedkoper. It's not school holidays, so it's out of season, so the flights are cheaper. En daar is baie vrugte ryp in February. Wat is jou gunsteling vrug? What is your favorite fruit? Think about it, especially the fruits that are ripe in February, and then afterwards you can answer the question. So keep repeating after me and learn the fruit names. Waterlemoen. Waterlemoen. Remember the W is not W like a V in English. Waterlemoen. Daar is ook pisang. Ryp. Pisang actually is a word that comes from Malaysia. because a lot of Malaysian slaves came to South Africa centuries ago. So pisang, pisang. Pineapple. Now, normally, pain is pain, you know, like ouch, pain. But of course, it comes from the pine apple. But there's a good joke. Well, I hope you think it's a good joke. A joke about a pineapple. Kom ons kyk. Dit doesn't work in English, only works in Afrikaans. Wat noem jy 'n appel met 'n hoofpyn? What do you call an apple with a headache? A pineapple. There's also Cape gooseberries. As you can see, a Cape gooseberry, it's called Cape because you see of that covering around the berry, that's the Cape. But in Afrikaans, we call it an appeliefie. En ek en my kleinseun, my grandson and I were looking for some. We have some in our garden.
Henry, kyk, ek het een gekry.
Ag, dit is so klein.
I found a nice ripe one for him. He loves them. Fire. Again, the V sounds like an F, that F sound. Doesn't sound like a V for video, right? So it's fire. Figs. This year we had a bumper crop of figs. Baie fire. Ons het so lekker geëet. Pruime, plums. They're also ripe. Hulle is ook ripe in February. Mangoes. Oh, tropical fruit. 'n tropiese vrug. Te wonderlik. And in South Africa, we make achar from mangoes. It's like a relish. It's quite spicy. Very, very popular. So if you're in South Africa, remember to try mango achars. Now, I want to talk to you about this apostrophe. When do you use an apostrophe in Afrikaans? Because in English, we use it for possession, like Stelly's video, or you use it for contraction, from do not to don't. But in Afrikaans, we use it for contraction, but not for possession, ever, ever. Possession, we say Stelly's video, but if you see an apostrophe for a word like mangoes, it's the plural, dis die meervoud. So die meervoud van mango is mangoes, and there are only certain, it's not all the plurals that get apostrophes, only certain ones. Which ones? Let's have a quick lesson. Now, an apostrophe is called an afkappingsteken, a chopping off sign. Don't you think that's a fantastic word for an apostrophe? It makes sense. Afkap, chop off. You chop off the word from the rest of it. Here's the rule. Think of I owe you. You know, I owe you money, right? So words that end on I, O, and you, and an accented A get an apostrophe if you make the word a plural. So taxi, daar's die I, baie taksies of meer twee taksies, taksies met 'n afkappingsteken. Foto, ends with an O, fotos, afkappingsteken. Skadi, shadow, there it is, afkappingsteken. Meer as een skadi, is skadies met 'n afkappingsteken. Ma, that is an accented A, also gets an apostrophe, 'n afkappingsteken. Meer as een ma. But notice, be careful, Oma, the accent is on the O, not on the A. So it doesn't get an apostrophe. Oma's het nie 'n afkappingsteken nie. Are you ready to say what your favorite fruit is? My gunsteling vrug is dit waterlemoen? Is dit vye? Is dit pisang? Is dit mangoes? Is dit appeliefies? Wat is jou gunsteling vrug? So here's another event in South Africa, which I'm sure you're familiar with, because all over the Western world and probably the whole world is Valentine's Day. So what happens on Valentine's Day, also in South Africa. It's exactly the same. Mense gee sjokolade, rose en ander geskenke vir hulle geliefdes. Sjokolade, you notice SJ instead of a CH. Sh, the sound is spelled SJ. Rose, daar's die roos en ander geskenke vir hulle geliefdes. And they even do it at schools. Hulle doen dit ook by die skool. Dit is die 14de Februarie, is dit Valentijnsdag. Wat van die weer in Suid-Afrika? Soos jy kan sien, dit is nogal warm. It is quite hot in February in South Africa. If you want to go to the Kruger National Park, as jy na die Kruger Wildtuin wil gaan, daar is dit baie, baie warm. But remember, there is aircon, daar is lugversorging. So you can cope if you've got a hut with aircon in the Kruger Park. So if you like heat, February is a very good month to come visit. Now we come to the music festival. It's called Up the Creek. This is a very, very different music festival from any music festival you've ever attended. Do you see all the inflatables? We call them lilos in South Africa. And they're on the river. Can you see there? People are lying on them. That is where they spend their days. Well, not the whole day, of course, but a big part of the day. And they listen to music, and it's a very, very vibey event every year, February in South Africa. I'll show you where in South Africa. So you can look it up. It's not far from the town Swellendam. And it's 4 days long. 4 dae, 4 days. 4 verhoë. 1 verhoog, 4 verhoë. 4 stages. En 'n lekker gees. A nice vibe. So this is definitely a word you need to know if you come to South Africa, because lekker can cover just about anything. Nice, delicious, a nice person, a nice dish, a nice vibe. Anything can be lekker. A lekker gees. Are you interested in wine at all? We have our wine harvest commemorative event in February. Watch this. It's one thing. Remember, in Afrikaans, usually if it's one thing, it's one word. So have a look. Wyn, oes, herdenking. Wyn, obviously wine. Oes is harvest. Herdenking. Her is rethinking. So commemorative. Thinking about it again. Why in February? Because this is the anniversary of winemaking. This year, it's 365 years since the first wine harvest was taken in South Africa. 1659. 1659 was the eerste wynoes. Suid-Afrika produseer jaarliks 885 miljoen liters wyn. Dis baie wyn. So what happens at this commemorative event? Awards are given for different winemakers and different people who had an influence on the wine industry. Some of them wine farmers. Another wine event, but this is not just South Africa, it's in other countries too. Maak daardie bottle oop, aand. Open that bottle night. So you know that bottle of wine that you've been saving for a special occasion? The last Saturday in February is the night you're supposed to open that wine. So this is a very special night you can do in South Africa too. And you can buy your wine here with plenty of beautiful wines, or you can bring your wine that you haven't opened, that you've saved. There are only 2 things that I think might be slightly negative about February in South Africa, but it might not be negative for you. The one is, daar is baie stuifmeel. Stuifmeel is pollen. En daar's grassade, grass seeds, blowing in the wind. So, party mense kry allergie, hulle nies. There's a lot of pollen and grass seeds, so some people get allergies. If you're not prone to allergies, not a problem for you. And dit is warm. Remember again, the is v, the W. If it's at the beginning of a word, you say v. It's hot. But otherwise, it's a great month to visit South Africa. It is 'n wonderlike maand om Suid-Afrika te besoek. So, het jy gehou van die video? Did you like the video? Please show that you liked it and subscribe to our channel and go to our website afrikaanspod101.com to get your free lifetime account. Tot ziens!
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets. Wait, before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable Afrikaans PDF cheat sheets, teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
Hello, my name is Stelly, and we're going to do a listening exercise today. I hope you're going to like the video. Please subscribe to our channel and go to our website afrikaanspod101.com to get your free lifetime account. Okay, so festival in South Africa, a feestdag in South Africa. This is the 24th of September, the 24ste September, and the rest of the listening exercise is going to be in Afrikaans. So let's see how much you understand before we do the questions. Erfenisdag. Erfenisdag is daar om Suid-Afrika se kulturele erfenis te vier. Dit is op die 24ste September. Ons het 11 tale en 11 kulture. So op Erfenisdag vier Suid-Afrikaners hulle eie kultuur en erfenis. So ons noem onsself 'n reënboognasie want ons bestaan uit 11 tale en kulture. Wat doen Suid-Afrikaners op Erfenisdag? Party Suid-Afrikaners trek tradisionele klere aan. Hierdie vrou dra 'n Zulu uitrusting. Tradisionele Afrika uitrustings is pragtig. Hier is 'n voorbeeld van tradisionele voortrekker uitrustings. Afrikaners dra nie meer sulke klere nie, behalwe vir 'n spesiale geleentheid. Maar Erfenisdag is vir meeste mense net 'n braaidag. Ons gebruik hout, maak 'n vuur, kom by mekaar en geniet 'n braai. Boerewors is 'n baie belangrike deel van 'n Suid-Afrikaanse braai. Boerewors is eg Suid-Afrikaans en baie anders as ander soorte wors. Right, let's see how much you understood. Het jy verstaan? Hoeveel amptelike tale is daar in Suid-Afrika? 2, 11 of 3? Is die volgende stelling waar of onwaar? Afrikaners dra gereeld hulle tradisionele uitrustings. Wat doen meeste Suid-Afrikaners op Erfenisdag? Hulle geniet 'n braai of trek tradisionele klere aan of hulle dans. Wat doen die meeste Suid-Afrikaners? So now we're going to do the translation. Let's see how much you understood. So Erfenisdag is Heritage Day. So this is when we celebrate South Africa's cultural heritage, because we have 11 languages, official languages, and 11 cultures in South Africa. So on Heritage Day, South Africans celebrate their own cultural heritage. Whatever yours is, that's the one you celebrate. And here's the breakdown of the word erf. So erf is inherit. Erfgenaam is heir. Erfdeel is inheritance. And erfenis is heritage. So, we call ourselves a rainbow nation because we consist of 11 official languages and cultures. So, what do South Africans do on Heritage Day? Well, some South Africans wear traditional clothes. This woman is wearing a Zulu outfit. Now, I want you to look carefully at the verbs now in the Afrikaans, because I'm going to give you a little grammar lesson here. Do you notice that the verbs trek on are separate, whereas the English verb is just one word, wear, and trek on is a split. So this is what we call a splittable verb in Afrikaans, skeibare werkwoorde. And this is fairly common in Afrikaans. There are a lot of verbs that are splittable. So it can look like a verb and a preposition, or it can look like a verb plus another verb, but very often it's actually a particle and a verb. I'm going to give you a little grammar lesson on how the splittable verb actually works in the 3 different tenses in Afrikaans. So, in future tense, it's going to be the particle or the preposition and then the verb. Die partikel en dan die werkwoord. Aantrek. En dis een woord, so. Ons sal sê, sy sal tradisionele klere aantrek. Een woord. What about present tense? Now, you're going to get the verb and the particle swapping and splitting into 2 words. And then you're going to say, trek on with the object in between. So, sy trek tradisionele klere aan. 2 words. And what about past tense? Verlede tyd. We go back to the future, particle or preposition first, then the verb, and we do the ge in between the 2. So it's sy het tradisionele klere aangetrek. So that's how splittable verbs work in the 3 different tenses. So, traditional African outfits are beautiful, don't you think? Afrikaners, here's an example of traditional voortrekker outfits. They don't wear these clothes every day anymore at all, except on special occasions. Some of them do on special occasions. Now here is another little grammar lesson on plurals. If you've got geleenthede in plural, it's geleentheid in singular. So occasion is geleentheid, occasions, geleenthede. So whenever you have a word, a singular word ending in heid in Afrikaans, the plural would be hede. Okay, so for most people, Heritage Day is just a braai day. So we get wood, we make a fire, we get together and we enjoy a braai. So boerewors or farmer sausage, that's the literal translation, but everybody calls this boerewors, doesn't matter what language you speak, and they also call it a braai, no matter what language we speak. So boerewors is a very important part of the South African braai. So it's truly a South African sausage. It's not at all like other sausages. So, did you understand? How many official languages are there in South Africa? Hoeveel amptelike tale is daar in Suid-Afrika? 11. Is die volgende stelling waar of onwaar? Is the following statement true or false? Afrikaners dra gereeld hulle tradisionele uitrustings. Afrikaners regularly wear their traditional outfits. False. Some South Africans wear traditional outfits only at special occasions. For example, on Heritage Day. Wat doen meeste Suid-Afrikaners op Erfenisdag? What do most South Africans do on Heritage Day? they enjoy a braai. Definitely. There are some that do other things like wear traditional clothes, but most South Africans have a braai on Heritage Day. So, I hope you like this video. If you do, please do like it. And subscribe to our channel. Go to our website, afrikaanspod101.com, to get your free lifetime account. Totsiens!
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets. Wait, before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable Afrikaans PDF cheat sheets, teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
My name is Stelly, and today we're going to have an Afrikaans lesson. I hope you like the lesson. Please show that you like it. Subscribe to our channel and go to our website, afrikaanspod101.com, for your free lifetime account. So what are we going to learn about today? We're going to learn about trains in South Africa, treine in South Africa. But it's a little bit of a different lesson because it's like a comprehension lesson, a begripsles. So you're going to listen to the whole section in Afrikaans only. Jy gaan net luister in Afrikaans. Sien hoeveel kan jy verstaan. See how much you can understand. See if you can answer the questions. Sien of jy die vraag kan beantwoord. And then we'll do the translation. Okay? So, treine in Suid-Afrika. Meeste mense in Suid-Afrika ry per taxi of per motor. Nie per trein nie. Maar daar is 3 spesiale passasierstreine in Suid-Afrika. Die eerste een is die Shosholoza Mail. Shosholoza Mail. Dit is vir gewone mense met gemiddelde of lae inkomste, nie vir ryk mense nie. Dan is daar die Goudtrein. Dit is vir pendelaars en toeriste. Dit is 'n sneltrein. En die Bloutrein is 'n luukse trein vir ryk mense of toeriste met 'n baie sterker geldstelsel as ons. So, kom ons kyk na daardie 3 treine. Die Shosholoza Mail het in die verlede van Johannesburg tot Kaapstad gery en terug, gereeld. Maar tans loop Shosholoza Mail slegs aan die einde van die maand vanaf Johannesburg tot Komani en terug. Dis al. Hoekom? Want koperkabels word deur die diewe gesteel. En dan kan die treine nie loop nie. Die kabels word gereeld gesteel, dan moet dit vervang word. Wat van die Goudtrein? Die Goudtrein is Suid-Afrika se sneltrein. 'n puiktrein. Sy hoogste spoed is 160 km/h. As jy Suid-Afrika toe kom en jy moet na die lughawe gaan, gebruik die Goudtrein. Die Goudtrein gaan tot by OR Tambo internasionale lughawe. So dit ry tot in die lughawe. So jy hoef nie eers enige verdere bus te vat nie. Dis 'n baie goeie manier om by die lughawe te kom. Wat van die Bloutrein? Die Bloutrein is Suid-Afrika se luukse trein. Die weeklikse roete van die Bloutrein is vanaf Pretoria na Kaapstad en weer terug. Dit gaan ook na Hoedspruit. En Hoedspruit is baie naby die Krugerwiltuin. So ek hoop as jy Suid-Afrika toe kom, sal jy na die Krugerwiltuin toe gaan. Kom ons vra die vraag. Waarmee reis Suid-Afrikaners die meeste? Die meeste. Per trein, per taxi en motor of per vliegtuig? Die tweede vraag, is dit waar of onwaar? Die Shawsalosa trein ry tans weekliks vanaf Pretoria tot Kaapstad. Is dit waar of onwaar? En watter mense kan die blou trein bekostig? Alle mense? Of mense met baie geld? Of 'n sterk geldstelsel? Of mense met 'n gemiddelde inkomste? So, now we're going to do the translation. So most people in South Africa travel by taxi or by car, not by train. But there are 3 passenger trains, special passenger trains in South Africa. The first one that we're going to talk about is the Shawsalosa Mail. And this is for ordinary people, just you and me, you know. Ordinary people with a low or middling income. Then there's a Gautrain. Now, you've got to use the Gautrain if you come to South Africa because it is our only speed train. It's for commuters and tourists, but you can go shopping at Sandton with that train. And then there's the Blue Train. Now, if you come from a country with a strong currency, or you've got a bit of money, you've got to go on the Blue Train because it is a fantastic luxury train. So, the Shawsalosa Mail, in the past, went regularly from Cape Town to Johannesburg to Durban, but now something has happened since then. The copper cables get stolen regularly, and it's an electric train, so it needs the copper cable. So I want you to look at this sentence. We're going to have a little grammar lesson now, where it says, Koperkabels word deur diewe gesteel. In the English, copper cables are being stolen by thieves. You might recognize this as passive voice. It's not active voice. It's not saying they steal the copper cables. It's saying copper cables are being stolen by thieves. So how does passive voice work in Afrikaans? Let's see. We're going to take a very simple sentence. Die hond byt die seun. So you can see what's happening there. I don't even have to explain this sentence. The first step is identify the subject of the sentence and the object of the sentence. That's important because the next step is you have to swap them. Okay? Once you've swapped them, you are not done because now it's saying the boy bites the dog, and that's obviously wrong. So you've got to do the next step, which is identify the tense, because in the present, past and future tense you have to do different things with the passive voice. But this one is the present tense. How do you know? Well, there's no ge, there's no sal, so this is a present tense verb. So what do you do now? Once you've registered its present tense, then you move the verb to the end of the sentence and you add ge. Now I know this looks weird because normally ge is for past tense, right? But in passive voice, leidende vorm, ge is always before the verb. You add ge to the verb in all 3 tenses. Now, because it's present tense, between the object and the subject, you will add what? Word deur. Now you're done. Die seun word deur die hond gebyt. Die koperkabels word deur diewe gesteel. Sorry, that was your grammar lesson. Okay, so currently the Shawsalosa Mail only runs from Johannesburg to Komani and back at the end of each month to take the workers to the Eastern Cape and back to Johannesburg. So the cables are stolen regularly and they have to be replaced regularly. Another short lesson, yeah? What about adverbs? Remember we said the cables are stolen regularly. Die kabels word gereeld gesteel. Gereeld is an adverb of time. And so that must go between word and deur. Like this. Word gereeld deur diewe gesteel. That's how it works. Okay. Gautrain. Gautrain is South Africa's express train. It runs from Johannesburg Park Station to Pretoria, to Hatfield, to Sandton, where you can shop till you drop. It goes to OR Tambo International Airport. So it's fast. Part of it goes underground, part of it's above the ground. And if you come to South Africa and you need to go, obviously sometime, to the airport, then this is the way to do it, because the Gautrain drives right into the airport. Now then, the Blue Train. That is South Africa's luxury train. 5-star, 6-star, I don't know how many stars there are, but it is like the top thing to do, if you've got the money for it, because it's expensive. The weekly route is from Pretoria to Cape Town and back. And it also has a route now to Hoedspruit, which is close to the Kruger National Park, which of course you must not miss if you come to South Africa. So the questions. The first question was, with what do South Africans travel the most? The train, the taxi and car, or the plane? Well, the taxi and car. And now you had to do question, true or false. Does the Shosholoza train currently run from Pretoria to Cape Town? No, it's false. The Shosholoza train is going monthly, once a month, maandeliks, vanaf Johannesburg tot Komani en terug. From Johannesburg to Komani and back. So, watter mense kan die blou trein bekostig? Which people can afford the blue train? All people? People with a lot of money or a strong currency? Or people with a average income? Well, the answer is people with a lot of money or a strong currency coming to South Africa. So that is it. I hope you liked the video. I hope you subscribe to our channel. Please do. And go to our website, afrikaanspod101.com, to get your free lifetime account. Totsiens!
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets. Did you get your free language gifts of the month yet? Download them now before they expire in the next few days. First, the top 25 questions you need to know cheat sheet. This PDF gives you 25 questions all beginners need to know for conversations. Download it now. Second, practice writing greetings for absolute beginners. If you're learning the language and still don't know the greetings, that's a problem. And this PDF workbook helps you master all the greetings. Just print the PDF and practice writing them out. Third, spring words beginners should know. Chances are you don't know enough words to talk about spring. So this bonus lesson will teach you how to say spring, windy, rainy, and much more. Fourth, top 15 phrases for spring break. Want to talk about your spring break plans? This 1-minute lesson teaches you how to say stay home and relax, travel abroad, and much more. And finally, looking for an app that actually gets you speaking? The innovative language learning app skips the random vocab drills and teaches you through real conversations between real native speakers. And all you have to do is press play and follow along. Download it for free on Android, iPhone, and iPad. To get your free gifts of the month, click the link in the description below. And Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.